This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Man United we're talking about.
This is Manchester 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 United we're talking about.
Oh, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about. Manchester United we're talking about here.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
I mean, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. It's Man United we're talking about. It is Man United we're talking about. It's Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. This is Man United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about.
We're talking about Manchester United.
Yes, people, this is Man United we're talking about, and I've done a little bit of I don't know if anyone clocked on Never a Foul in it. I changed all the shirts, and where is it? There you go. There's something there. But anyways, big up to anyone that's here. Make sure you smash the likes. You know what likes do, man. If everyone was here, just thought, you know what, let me just hit the like one time quickly. There's about 100 people in here. I'd have 100 likes. Do you know what I mean? So it's like a postman delivering his letters. Same thing. So do your job. Love. We're going to be talking about Rashford being a target by Paul Scholes. You might have just heard it, a little piece on Never a Foul, but I'm going to go more into depth on that. And also there's that there's the woman. I don't know her name. Someone must remind me what her name is. I think she was talking to someone like Gary Neville. Never heard of her before, never seen her before. And that's that. And then it's like whatever. And it's more than that as well. I don't really care for Garnacho, but it's just more of a consensus around United fans. So if you are a United fan and it applies to you, then I don't give a shit. It's the same thing with Højlund. Same respect, right? And then we're going to talk about Amorim apparently wanted a new keeper. So that's highly confusing, but I can understand that United need to go for a revamp of goalkeepers as well. They need another one. There's two names that have been on the list. We'll go through that again. And then we've seen a Zirkzee exit, which is kind of, well, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of predictable, isn't it? I'm not gonna lie. So I mean, my little sister could predict that, and she watches a little bit of football. If you're not playing and you're not getting no chances, then you're more than likely going to leave, especially if you're not from the academy. So I don't want it to happen, but it is what it is. Anyways, let's get into this Rashford stuff. So Paul Scholes come out with some comments yesterday about Marcus Rashford, about his attitude and whatnot. And I just totally don't agree with the targeting of him. He said, I really struggled to feel happy for him. Mainly because of his attitude towards Man United towards the end, I thought it was disgraceful. The amount of times I saw him at United walking, and then there's obviously more to that than obviously that meets the eye. And what I just don't understand about this whole scenario, Rashford is, and I know someone said there, why care for one and not the other? I will explain that afterwards when I get past this segment, right? Is towards the end, he was at Aston Villa, yeah? And I understand that United wanted to get rid of him. And he even said that he's going to drop his wage. Look, it just looks like a relationship that was, it was severed. It just looked like a relationship that was toxic. And you know what? There needs to be blame for both parties. The thing is, you can criticize Rashford for obviously his behavior at United and his antics and whatnot. But in the same light, you have to also criticize the club for how they handled it, for giving him such a big deal and not really having the club heading in the right direction. I think the word attitude, yeah, it is dog whistle at this point. I agree, Broderick. I don't see why you can't be happy for an academy graduate that's left, that's even willing to take a pay cut so he can go and play his football. See, that's where I'm at with all of this. And just to come out and use him as a battering tool, just after coming off the back of scoring 2 goals in the Champions League, where he looked really good. And also, he came on and had a really good cameo last night and got an assist, or was it the other night, sorry, and got an assist, even though he was 2 minutes late. It's not like he was 10 minutes late. It's not like he was 30 minutes late. But you see a Rashford that was working hard and whatnot. The guy's got, I don't know, Van Persie used to say there's that little boy in him screaming, like obviously excited pretty much in other words, that he just wants to do really well and find that love for football once more. And that's what I don't understand why you want to focus on Rashford. Why is there even a conversation around him? He does not play for us at this moment of time. He's on loan. And the difference between him and Garnacho for me is way worse than what Rashford ever done. And nobody talks about Garnacho. And this is why there is such a conversation. And I don't want to keep using it or want to do it because it kind of just takes away from the whole footballing element. But it's like, I'm not calling anyone racist, but there's a hint of like, you know, passive racism in all of that. So it's like, if you're going to talk about one player, then you got to go talk about the other player and the other players. What is the need? There's one player that's doing well, and there's one guy that went online wearing fucking Aston Villa shirts. He's flipping football. Look, his brother and his family have caused issues for leaking United stuff. He's gone. He didn't want to go to any other team as well, and he was fixated, just like Rashford did. So why not talk about both of them? Garnacho, for me, is a disgrace. And I don't blame United fans booing him. And I don't think Euro barged him. It looked like that was a little dap-up thing. I wouldn't look too much into that, because they were actually friends, so you can see who there was. But I don't get it. I don't understand it. Garnacho was only in our academy for a few years. So which way are we going to have to point the finger? And I don't want to point the finger towards that, but it's just, what is it? Because Rashford, you know, he's English, he's going to get some clicks. Let the man thrive. If he finds his footballing urge again, and he goes and secures Man United at 30 million, let's just say 30 million for the sake of it, then Man United just earned 30 million and they just got 300k off the books, right? Or 350 if United are going to get what? Champions League, obviously the 25% pay cut thing. But it's just, let the man thrive. Because if he's doing rubbish, then it's easy to come and slander the man. And then it's easy just to put him into another shit pit or something that he just don't deserve. And then we got another player that we can't sell. So again, it goes for the likes of even Rasmus Højlund, right? Rasmus Højlund doesn't, I don't know, he didn't have a great spell at United. Active professional, didn't do anything wrong. Wanted to fight for his place, but we need him to do well as well. So anytime I see United fans online, not you guys, yeah, just go let him cook, man. He nearly scored the other day. Actually, I think he set up against Pisa, one of his shots, and then they got another goal that went in. I think it might have been ruled off from what I could see, but we need him to do well, because that 70 million, right, overall from Rashford and that, and then other players leaving, it's like, well, that's the Labour money right there. So again, United fans confuse me. I just don't understand the need to put your players down who have not really done United crazy wrong and been there for a long, long time. It's like, what's the point of having a whole gimmick of they're one of your own if you're not going to really kind of protect one of your own? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and be a hypocrite, because I was at the point with even Scott McTominay where I really wanted him gone, and I really wanted him to just I just didn't care so much, but I wanted him out. But I think I went way too beyond with the likes of Scott McTominay, even at my big age. But I didn't go to the part where I wanted him to fail. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it. Because then it goes to show, because, you know, when you put one conversation into place about players that have played for your club, that have gone on to other clubs and done well, there's a whole gimmick around Tottenham, United. When players leave, they do thrive and go and do well, even without the context of the different leagues. So now when you look at it thinking, well, imagine they don't do well, then he's going to justify other United fans saying, look, oh, you know what, was right, look at it, and they're shit. So I've rinsed Rashford to bits. But on the footballing side of things, I think he's a rub. For me, I think for what we had, he's a rub footballer, and you can tell we didn't want to be here. So I'm not getting onto people that didn't exactly wasn't exactly his biggest fans. That's where I'm at. Is that the correct fan zone? Because I don't know how they wouldn't be. I don't know how they wouldn't be a mod on this channel. Are we getting fake fam zones here? No, it's a real fam zone. Why is he not modded? This must be your first time on my channel, man. So yeah, that's where I stand a bit. I am at a point as well where it's just, I've just had enough of negativity. And even around Amorim, I spoke about it yesterday. I don't want to go too much into it. As well as like, Amorim in, Amorim out. I've already screamed out of being reactive, but I'm just Amorim. I don't give a shit. Just go with me my 3 points, man. And we'll get. And when Ineos decide that they want to go and sack the man, just go and sack the man, or keep him full because he is winning. I just want to win games, man. I don't know. I'm just bored. You know, at that point with United, you just get to that point when you're just bored, right? That's it. But yeah, I'm not trying to virtue signal. But when it goes beyond, like what Paul Scholes is there, beyond the football, it's like you're just taking the piss now, you ginger twat. As much as I love you as a footballer, you're a shit pundit. And I'm gonna be real and really honest. As much as I like him, as how much I did like him, there's just some men out there that were good footballers. They shouldn't be on TV. They don't offer a good opinion, and it's so heavily biased towards obviously one of your own. It's just like you don't actually offer a good opinion. Do you know what I mean? So that's where I sit out with some of these footballers. They're just there on the whim because you was a good player. Gary Neville, I think, is a brilliant, and Jamie Carragher are brilliant. You know, Micah Richards, brilliant. Roy Keane, because he has that element of Roy. They offer something. Sometimes you just look at it thinking, I don't think you offer much. I'll be real. Love Wayne Rooney. Shit pundit. You're shit. Rio Ferdinand, as much, I think he's shit. Like, these are former players that I feel like, why are you on TV? You don't offer great opinions. You're just boring. And that's the way I kind of view Scholes at the moment. You're just boring. So that's it. That's where I kind of sit at the table with this whole Rashford stuff. But it just, I don't know, maybe because I've been Morocco and I'm not been on YouTube for a while, you can sit back and actually just be yourself once again and think, fucking hell, like, is this what's really going on? So that's that. I'm not trying to run a hate brigade for Scholes, but I just feel like he just needs to relax and talk about something brand new. Everything that comes out of his mouth is just shite. And then, you know what's even more shite? When he's trying to back his friend Ole Gunnar Solskjaer when he was in the job. So he's just a bit of a hypocrite. You know, he can't criticize his mates, but he wants to criticize anyone at any given chance, you know, that he doesn't have a relationship with. So that's that. But moving on, has anyone seen that we've been linked with Manyan? I've seen it by Alex Crook and another, I think it's Samuel Luckhurst. But Manyan is going on a free next year, right? And it seems like easy business. You probably think Chelsea will go back in the fold for him. Right, I'm still standing by my gimmick. No more IC3 goalkeepers. So I don't want him, just based on the fact of a little bit of that. Yeah, I just don't want it. Just bring me Eastern Europeans and Eastern Europeans alone, if not a Spanish goalkeeper, right? And Joan Garcia is gone now. I just want giants. We've got Sen Lamans, right? Young goalkeeper. But when you're kind of getting the whole gist of that United want to go for their main priority is a new goalkeeper for next year. I understand about revamping the whole goalkeeping situation because Beyinde is not good enough. I call him beyond shit, right? And you've got Sen Lamans who hasn't had the opportunity yet. When does he get this opportunity? You know, Liverpool fans, you were stuck in a bit of a rock and a hard place with Kelleher, right? Very, very good goalkeeper. Now he's playing for Brentford. You'd ideally like to think that he'd be the guy to succeed Alisson. United don't have that luxury, of course. But if you're going to bring in a young goalkeeper and we're desperate to get him in at the end, what's the point of buying him if you're looking for a main goalkeeper for next year? Are you not meant to build this guy up? Yeah, Sanchez is not Spanish, bro. He's like half English. I'm not trying to hear that. Why are you trying to... What's the point of getting a young goalkeeper if you're never going to play him and trying to build him up because he's a top rated? Is he just there to be the number 2 or is it bullshit stories? United need actually a couple goalkeepers. See, I look at the guy that's at Bristol City, Vitek, and I think he's having a really, really good season. And I look at one of them goalkeepers thinking that's a goalkeeping situation where they can fight for one another. This story might not even be true, to be fair, because Alex Crook needs Ben Jacobs to hold his dick while he pisses so he can get some information right to look credible. So on that front, I'm kind of viewing it thinking, why? Why would we be prioritizing a goalkeeper when you've just bought one of the best young goalkeepers, if not the best young goalkeeper statistically in the world? Why is he not even playing now? Is it because it was Chelsea and because it was Man City? Like, which one is it? So the direction of that front, I don't know how much I want to believe into it, but I do believe United do want a new goalkeeper. But how serious is it? I don't know about for you lot. I just don't think it's that serious for me. You know? What he says, Alex Crook is a city at best. I agree with you. Wholeheartedly agree with you. Let me bring this over here. I can't even see it. It was an opinion piece. If Laman tears up, they won't. Yeah, of course they won't. I agree with you on that part too. Why can I not see this? This is taking a piss. All right. Apparently, I can't scroll up or down. Can someone send another message just in case? StreamYard wants to take a piss. Oh, there we go. There we go. Thank you. Cancel Scholes. Let me see this. Saw some guy on the United Stand the other day do a super chat comparing Manu to Rashford. It's clear the agenda of these haters isn't football related. Oh, God, don't even get me started with all of that, man. I just hate it. It just gets on my nerves. All right, cool. Now that everything's just loading up as thingy. Zirkzee can't not go nowhere. I want to see Amorim leave before any player. Cass Plus, welcome back. Big up, Jonathan, man. Appreciate it. If anyone wants to support me with supers, go right ahead. If you want to support me with likes on the video, because there's 130 of you, and there's no reason why you have not seen me say this, does not mean you can't like this video. So big up to anyone. I'm going to be live. I should be live later on. I'm going to try to do 2 lives a day. So just going to keep things going as much as possible because I've missed out on too much. Our fan base don't help. You lot have turned mad into the new victim. I'm fuming. What? You lot have turned mad. Yeah, but don't, Dean, do you not support Man United? I'm confused. Oh, Ahmad. Oh my God. I spoke about that yesterday, by the way. I think you was actually here. Was you not here? You was here the other day, wasn't you? Yesterday. I was talking about that. It's just, boy. I just don't think we should be focusing on any of the players right now. I look at Man United's team, I think, look, there's a gaping hole of what's crap at Man United, right? But we shouldn't even need to target anyone. It's like, right now, we're stuck in the rock and a hard place if this manager is good enough and if this system is good enough to take us forward, right? And that's where I kind of view it, thinking, well, the focus is on the wrong thing. You know, the focus should be more about the manager and probably Ineos rather than the players. Because I like this squad. This squad's got goals in it. This squad is underperforming the XG according to stats, and I hate stats, right? I hate it like wholeheartedly. But if you want to use it to, you know, for your agendas or whatever you have to say, then you have to look at that thinking United should be at least 4 or 5 goals up, and we should be doing a lot better. And then that's that, really. Big up. Yeah, that Monaco kit looks clean. Yeah, I've got loads. Look, I've got Berries. Look, all here. You can't see some of them, but yeah, I've got quite a few. Got quite a few here now. If there's any Chelsea fans, I've got sign that you'd like as well. I don't think with Ahmad, I don't think it's more even out of position. I think my criticism of Ahmad is final decisions. You know, where the type of shots, the shot selection have been quite poor. The final ball has been quite poor for his standard. He needs to do a lot better. I would actually, at this point, I would actually drop him against Brentford and use him as a little bit of a super sub. Just bring him out that limelight, just that little bit. Why do you mean to ask Cass? Why does Chills ask Cass the secret to Goldfish Super Bumper subscribers? What? Wait, what? Is there something that's gone on that I don't know about? How good was Morocco? Yeah, Morocco was great. For me, I thoroughly enjoyed Morocco. It was just the fact that the connection was absolutely dog shit that I couldn't upload anything. It was difficult. You might have seen me on Never a Foul. I was struggling. Like, I was struggling for like some decent connection. Cass, if you look at your squad, it's not that bad, but your manager is shit. Yeah, look, that's the real question, isn't it? Is the manager good enough for United? Again, can we get back-to-back wins against Brentford? It's just, we're gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, I think he should be, because Mazraoui's looking really good right now. Mazraoui's just class. He's just class. Wait 1 sec. And also, we got Cunha back. See, I was going to talk about. Do you remember this one, Chelsea fans? This is what I got. The Palmeiras shirt, the one that Esteval was wearing, and Richard Rios. You can get Chelsea ones if you want. Got loads. Amorim is trash. Surely time for United to win 2 games in a row. I mean, we've got back-to-back wins at Old Trafford, but it's just, you know what's crazy? It's the bare minimum. The bare minimum that's killing us. It's a Saturday early kickoff at 12:30. Yeah, I know. That's just, oh God. Don't remind me. Do we do what? 12:30s? Can anyone remind me if we've won a 12:30 kickoff? When was the last time Man United won a 12:30 kickoff? He shouldn't be dropped against Keith Andrews, bro. Maybe you should, though, but who are you going to drop him for? You know, I don't think I'll change much out of that starting lineup, except I'd put Kobe in for Casemiro. We should be winning against Brentford, but I know Amorim could set us up for failure. You don't know what you're going to get these days with Ruben Amorim, innit? You just really don't. Let me actually just set this up. Because you know what? I feel like, you know, against Chelsea, I looked at that lineup thinking, we'll see how this goes, but I wasn't impressed. Like, I was looking at that thinking, why? Yeah, that's where I was at. I was thinking, like, why have we got this? Have you got United's Furky? Yeah, I got all of them. Which one? The white or black one? But yeah, I was looking at it thinking, oh God, here we go. But it's always the lineups that I don't like that seem to do more well than the lineups that I do want. I do think adding Cunha in there is going to transform us 10, 15 times. But you know what I don't want, right? Especially with Brentford. I'm gonna do a preview as well. Of course, I'm gonna do like some sort of preview or talk about it in a live. Is I don't want to do this thing, where I saw at the start of the season where he starts playing Mason Mount and Cunha up front, and he's just dropped Sesko all of a sudden. Because then it just screams coward to me. You know, I feel like Sesko should have scored against Chelsea. In a couple instances, he should have at least had one goal. There was one where Dorgu put in a really wicked ball into him and he missed. And there was another one. I think Bruno put him in, but his touch wasn't just not right there. Bruno should have gave it to Ahmad, but he should have definitely had a goal to his name at least. It's hard to predict anything with United. I feel for Kobbie Mainoo, but I look at this Brentford team, and I know I'm gonna talk about it briefly. Yeah, it's like I don't think Agate is the correct player to play against this Brentford side. In their midfield, it's not exactly rapid, I would say. It's not mad mobile. Their wingers are really good, don't get me wrong. Sharda causes issues, but I look at the middle of the park and I feel like Mainoo can definitely cover that space and get us further forward up the pitch. Do you know what I mean? So I'm looking at Mainoo and looking at Damsgaard, and I'm thinking, cool, that should be someone that can definitely get tight, win the ball, and just do what he needs to do. And you know what? At least give Kobbie at least a good 60 minutes, 70 minutes. Like, he needs to get opportunities. And if the opportunities at any point where it's because of Bruno Fernandes, you're thinking of that thinking, bro, by the end of December, Kobbie Mainoo is not going to even have 90 minutes under his belt because he's not giving him no opportunity whatsoever to even, I don't know, just to get fit, match sharp, to put an impact on the game. So that's where I'm at. I think I just don't understand how you don't look at that thinking, you know what, I'm going to play Kobbie and Bruno. Like, I just don't understand why we'd play Agate. Like, more time. You know what the maddest thing is with Agate? Is like when he deploys him, he's not even playing in the. He's rarely even playing in the 6. He's playing like as a high attacking 8, trying to win the ball back higher up the pitch. And that's the most confusing thing. I swear down, it's the most confusing thing. Yeah, he probably is going to play Agate, but it's just, again, does he have the balls to take off Bruno or Agate when it comes down to it? Or does he have the balls to take off like a Cunha and put a Kobbie in that position? It is quite negative, because the way I kind of view it is, right, you got Dorgu, who's hit and miss, right? But you look at Mazraoui. At Chelsea, he looked fucking class at right wing back, right? But he's not a naturally attacking player. So I look at that back 5 thinking, cool, there's about 4 defenders / maybe a 5th. I don't want a 6th one. I want someone who can probably contribute a little bit more attacking-wise if you're going to play a Mazraoui on that side. But I don't think we're going to get that with him. What the hell is this? Oh, it's a sticker. All right, if Mount starts, I'm going to be fuming. Because I just don't see what he offers. He doesn't offer anything but legs. I think it's crap. I honestly do think it's crap. But yeah, moving on, another player that's not getting the opportunities, you lot have seen it. You lot have seen it, definitely, is this Zirkzee thing, man. Zirkzee, he's not playing that. He's not playing whatsoever, is he? And again, I spoke a little bit about it yesterday about why he should have come on instead of someone like Cunha. And if not come on with Cunha, at least offer someone that can hold up the ball, that's going to actually offer work rate still, right? But Zirkzee wants to fight and get opportunities, but this manager's more fixated on putting like a Cunha up top before he puts a Zirkzee up top. Just because of one simple factor that he's going to try running behind at any given moment. I don't get it. So you got to look at Zirkzee's time at United and think, does he warrant anything here? And I'm going to say, yeah, I think he does. Because while there's question marks over the manager, why am I going to be looking at Zirkzee thinking, you know what, he should go because he's not getting opportunity? Because I just feel sorry for the guy. Honestly, you know what? He's a good, 5 years my junior, right? And it's like, he's someone that you can definitely utilize. And he just isn't utilizing him. It's like, you can bring off Mbeumo, you can bring off Cunha's, and you can even bring off a Sesko, but it's just like, you're not rotating enough to say, you know what, this might be my best kind of option. Or even 2 up top, you can play, even switch it a little bit. But he doesn't want to do that. So again, it's going to come down to, are you going to get the W over the line to warrant or justify reasons why you're not playing him? Because look, this will 100% be, if Ruben Amorim's in charge, this will 100% be Joshua Zirkzee's last year at the club. And you know what? He needs to go to a club that wants to play, like you're saying, Lego, needs to play possession, that he's got two wingers that are playing off of him. Simple as that. Simple as that. I feel sorry that he doesn't get much time, but you did buy a striker that cost us about 70 million. You're going to have to go and play him. Even though you'd think you need two strikers, it's like, well, what's the point of having a squad if you're never going to really rotate? And I feel like these lot have definitely got egos about them if you're playing for Man United. So obviously you're going to want to play. You're not out of Brentford or Brighton where you're on the bench for a few games and you don't moan. It's just going to happen. So really and truly, Ruben Amorim is, your time's ticking a little bit. So things have got to go well. If things are going right, no one can moan at you. And I certainly don't want to see Manu leave. I still think there's a position for Kobbie Manu. But even then, yeah, when you actually look at the whole picture, yeah, the whole picture, Man United want about 3 midfielders next year. Yeah, we're looking at Baleba, which is pretty much a given at this point if you're going to go off reports. You're looking at Adam Wharton. You're looking at Elliot Anderson. I've seen links with other midfielders. And even if there are 3 midfielders, 2 midfielders that come into the club, you're thinking like, well, where does Kobbie fit into all of this? Because you're not going to buy Elliot Anderson's, Balebas, or maybe even an Adam Wharton if you can prize him away from someone like City or Liverpool, who are definitely going to want him. It's like, I don't see where there's a future for Manu. And it's because you're buying these players, and I just don't think he favours him. It's just like he's buying his time. And it's like, you look at this and you feel like, why? This is my biggest issue, yeah? And I know there's a lot of Bruno fans. And you look at the development of some of these players. Bruno was not the guy. Like, if Man United told him to leave, he would have left. So money would never have been a factor last year, and you could have definitely recruited another centre mid. But you look at Kobbie and think, this is the guy I want to build around. Not build around like a temporary basis of a Bruno Fernandes, because now you're going to upset potentially the dressing room or potentially the player, because he's that talented that he can definitely be the player that's going to be the face of United for the next 10 years. And you look at Zirkzee as well, great option. Could you utilize the max out of him? Of course you can. But this guy's so fixated on what he likes that we don't even know what his favourite 11 is yet. The defence is changing every week, pretty much. The wing-backs change. And when it comes to the central midfield, he still hasn't worked out what his best midfield is and what he prefers. The only thing that's kind of guaranteed is up front. And even then, that is there anyone that's here that can tell me that he's definitely going to play Sesko against Brentford? Exactly. I don't think anyone can. It's so difficult, and it just annoys me that I can't pinpoint it as a United fan. So if Zirkzee's kind of the whole situation, we're gonna have to wait and see if if he's gonna get any ample opportunity, because boy, by the looks of it, it's gonna be FA Cup. And is Lahmann's gonna start? Is Lahmann's gonna finally get a game against Brentford? Because the way I look at it, thinking, I don't think he will. I think he's going to play Biendir, and he's going to probably play Lahmann's against Sunderland at home. Missed an opportunity, man. But anyways, people, make sure you smash the likes. Please, we're going to go redirect to Monts, where we're going to be live again. I don't know what we're talking about, but there's a good 100 of you. That means 100 of you can definitely jump over. You know what it is. I'm going to be live again maybe later. So yeah, we will be there if it lets me end the stream. Love.